Greetings guys, today we will talk about the B-2 stealth bomber and stealth technology in general. Let's talk about the B-2. The B-2 had a development cost of 50 billion US dollars, which is crazy when you think about that the German military considers a 1 billion boost a huge thing. The B-2 has a wingspan of 170 feet or 52 meters, but the radar cross-section of a large bird. The B-2 can deliver 85 500-pound bombs, which is amazing, and there are only 19 B-2s in service. The main reason is the 2.1 billion price tag. There is a new version coming out, the successor of the B-2, the B-21 radar, which aims to reduce the cost to $500 million. The B-2 was used in Serbia, Libya and Iraq, where it contributed to 3% of the bombings but did 30% of the damage, which is an amazing statistic. Before we talk about stealth, we have to ask ourselves, how do radars actually work? Well, number one, the emitter sends radar waves. You can picture radar waves like sound waves. They're pretty similar, but radar waves are electromagnetic waves, which means only metal surfaces can reflect them. So, the emitter sends radar waves, the object reflects those waves, the receiver receives those waves, and many think that the emitter is the receiver at the same time. In most of the cases, 99.9%, it isn't. There are multiple components to a radar system, so the emitter isn't the receiver. And the object is now visible. So, we will go through it again. The emitter sends radar waves, Object A reflects those waves, the receiver receives those waves, Object A is visible. Pretty simple. Also, a rule of thumb is that the stronger the radar, the better the visibility, which means more radar waves, more chances of reflection. Let's talk about how does stealth actually work. Number one, stealth deflects radar waves. On the image in the top right corner, you can see a conventional aircraft which reflects the radar waves in a straight pattern. But stealth aircraft reflect radar waves in all bunch of directions. They basically scatter radar waves all around the air and around the sky and around the ground. This has a cost, though stealth aircraft isn't as fast as conventional aircraft. Stealth also absorbs radar waves with special paint painted on the planes. It absorbs radar waves, which is also a great technology. It's very expensive and it has to be repainted after every single flight, but still it provides a lot to the stealthiness of a plane. So basically, stealth uses paint, curves, edges of the plane, and radar jammers. Radar jammers are used in nearly all military vehicles because it's pretty easy to install, but it does a great job at jamming the radar. So, let's talk about what does stealth achieve. Well, stealth achieves that an aircraft can penetrate into enemy airspace. If it's for a bombing, it's for troop transportation. Aircraft can penetrate enemy airspace unseen, and so the enemies cannot send any air superiority fighters to deal with the threat. Aircraft can operate unseen, which means for intelligence mission or spying missions, a stealth aircraft can operate in an area completely unseen and unaware. The enemies are unaware of the aircrafts. Stealth aircraft are also harder to detect and harder to shoot down. 2 points on how to shoot down a plane. First, you have to detect it on radar and then you have to lock it, which is also extremely difficult to lock an airplane while it's on stealth mode. Let's talk now how is stealth countered. Well, there are 3 main ways to counter stealth. Number one being the use of a more powerful radar antenna. Like we discussed earlier, the more powerful the radar, the easier to see aircrafts. The use of several radar systems like the Nebo-M. The Nebo-M is a Russian radar system, probably the best out there. And you can see the sketch on the bottom right corner. This is how Nebo-M works. There are 3 components to the radar system, so it picks up any deflected radar waves. This is also number 3. The receiver is located further away from the emitter, also to catch the deflected radar waves. These are not gone. These are just deflected. So thanks for watching. If you have any if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Thoughts of Mine.